SkyWarn weather with Chief Meteorologist Garry Frank.
Here's the latest update on Tropical Storm Flossie. If it does hit the Big Island, it would be the first tropical storm since 1959. Quite a long time ago. It's right at 40 miles per hour and still 65 miles away from Hilo, so it looks to trend further off as we head towards Wednesday. Quickly moving and falling apart as it starts to continually weaken, but still dumping a lot of rain. Here's what it looks like on the satellite. Not so impressive, but it's not one of those big storms that we can really tell. We have to really look for it. It's in the bottom of our screen, but still there nonetheless and providing a lot of heavy rain. Back here, we are drier, not even thinking about rain. It's 108 was our high temperature in Imperial, El Centro, and Blythe. 107 in Yuma, 106 in Quartzsite. Currently, we're at 107 in Imperial and El Centro, 104 in Mexicali, and 105 in Yuma. But it feels a lot drier. It feels a lot milder than that stickiness we saw. We looked at our heat index last week as a measure of what it really felt like because it had a lot of moisture in the air. Well, it feels actually under the air temperature. Here's the reason for that. Our dew points are much lower in the 30s versus the 60s and 70s last week. That is a great measure of how much moisture is in the air, as well as the relative humidity value at 9, where we saw some of these numbers in the 30s last week. So a big difference. Our winds between 5 and 10 in Imperial Valley, but a little bit more closer to Yuma and even Blythe at 10 to 15, even close to 20 miles per hour. Here's what to expect the rest of the evening. Yuma 103, south winds 10 to 15. Welton 102, 15 to 20 mile an hour winds from the south, and San Luis 104, south winds 10 to 15. As you head towards Imperial Valley, east winds 5 to 10 up and down. Calexico 103, 106 El Centro, 105 in Holtville. This is what it looked like out today. If you want a good idea of what we can expect tomorrow as well, this is what we're seeing today. Just a little bit in the way of cloud cover to begin our day, but maybe a little bit of a breeze, just enough to get, yeah, that's a little bit of a tape on some sign. Yeah, we're really struggling to get anything to blow the wind, and that's really what it's going to be like the rest of the evening and tomorrow, but a lot lighter if we're going to look at that same tape tomorrow. Light and variable, 108 by 4 p.m. Temperature wise, not going to change a whole lot the next 7 days. Tomorrow's no exception. We'll see the winds pick up tomorrow in Yuma again as well. And here's this dry flow. We were really working on some of that moisture last week. It's really moved off well to the east. We're going to stay in that drier air, and you see that on the satellite and radar. Not a thing. Even in Phoenix, Flagstaff, and Tucson, Precision Cast shows that that's really going to continue over the next several days. We'll see potentially some flare-up storms by Tuesday near Tucson, but for the next 7 days, we're not going to see any storms for us. 109 will approach 110 Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll cool back off a couple of degrees, really sticking around that average high of 107 and average low of 82. Imperial Valley even seeing several days in the 70s. Count them, 1, 2, 3, and 4 days in the 70s in the morning. So good start, and we'll warm up to a dry heat of 109, 108 really throughout the weekend. But Jennifer, looks like we're going to get back to what we're used to, some of that dry heat.